What's up everyone, and welcome back to another What If video. Last time in this scenario, we left up with the Saiyans arriving on Earth. Raditz, who's still torn about what side he's on, ran off and didn't join the fight at first. Meeting Goku was actually sent to talk to him and try to convince him to join. At the battlegrounds, Chi-Chi was able to defeat Nappa somewhat easily, which was then followed by Vegeta killing him. The group seemingly had an advantage, and were about to finish off Vegeta. Their collective power was more than enough to match up against him pretty well, and then the tides turned as Vegeta threw a power ball into the air. We left off with Goku and Raditz heading to the scene of the fight, just as they see Vegeta pull this tactic. Let's get back into it. While the group themselves doesn't know what's going on yet, Raditz knows all too well. He shields his eyes as of now, so he doesn't turn to a great ape just yet, and explains to Goku what's happening. They can sense Vegeta's power growing, and that giant glowing ball in the sky is an obvious sign to Raditz of what's going on. Goku, who doesn't have a tail, has no need to worry about it right now. At least not worry about himself transforming, he's obviously got to worry that Vegeta is. But since he doesn't need to worry about transforming, he helps lead Raditz to the fight so he can get there quickly instead of giving their position away early by transforming himself. They're almost there, and Raditz remembers something crucial. Gohan is at the scene of the fight, and he still has a tail. Back at the fight, the group begins to watch helplessly as Vegeta grows in size and power, laughing as he does so. They can't really do much at the moment except wait it out, so the group is trying desperately to dodge his attacks and focus on defense instead of offense. While being one of the people in the group that's trying to dodge attacks, Gohan ends up evading one of Vegeta's hits, as he looks up to see Vegeta's about to slam his fist on him, with the power ball behind him in the air. Vegeta slams his fist down on Gohan, but then it's caught. Gohan has seen the power ball and is now transforming on his own. Keep in mind, Gohan has a power of 4300 right now, with Vegeta being weakened from the previous fight as well as the use of the power ball. He's still much stronger than Gohan, being just under 180k in power after transforming, maybe closer to 130k. But now Gohan is at 43k, and this can distract Vegeta for a bit, even though there's a difference in power. Gohan, however, can't control this form, not nearly as well as Vegeta. He's completely berserk and begins to attack Vegeta, who struggles to block it at first but eventually regains ground and fights back, once he realizes that Gohan is just throwing punches left and right with no rhyme or reason to it. While this is going on, Goku and Raditz finally arrive at the fight. Vegeta is preoccupied with Gohan, but then sees Raditz below him, which distracts him and lets Gohan get a hit in and knock Vegeta over while off guard. Vegeta is furious to see Raditz here. He thought Raditz was dead, but no. Raditz betrayed him and joined Kakarot of all people. In his anger, he fires a blast powerful enough to actually knock Gohan away and unconscious, sending him out of the form with Chi-Chi going over to help with him. She still really wants to help fight, but Vegeta with this new transformation far outclasses everyone at this point, so the best thing she could do right now is actually help to protect Gohan, who's now defenseless. After Goku talks some sense to him, Raditz now knows that he must face Vegeta. He'll prove that he isn't a weakling anymore. Vegeta is heavily weakened from the prior fight as well as the use of the power ball. So while his maximum power as a Great Ape would be around 180k, like I said before, in this scenario, it's probably a little close to 130k. Raditz now is at a power level of 12k, with Goku at 10k. If Raditz were to transform, him and Goku would nearly be equal to Vegeta and may just win. If they can't defeat him, they can at least distract him. Raditz has informed Goku and the group that they need to sever Vegeta's tail to get him to return to normal, and while the group attempts to do that, he can help hold Vegeta off. They aren't tired out, and Raditz doesn't need to lose power to use the power ball, so as Vegeta charges towards him, Raditz knows what he must do, and he looks up towards the power ball, and then begins to transform. He turns to Goku with a smirk as he transforms. "Let's do this, Kakarot!" Goku nods, and Raditz is now fully grown, and he begins to clash with Vegeta. While Raditz holds the prince off, Goku rallies everyone together. They need to go for Vegeta's tail. With Raditz transformed, they don't need to worry about fighting Vegeta. Chaozu is the weakest there, and he offers to bring Gohan somewhere safe, as well as the unconscious Yamcha. Chi-Chi protests this and wants to stay with Gohan, but Goku tells her that Gohan is in safe hands, and she needs to stay here. She's one of the most powerful Z fighters right now, and this is their only shot to defeat Vegeta. They need all the help they can get, and they can't lose her. She hears about it, understands that this is the only option, and gets serious again. That motivation from Goku was what she needed to get back into the fight. I mean, Vegeta is the one who hurt Gohan after all, and she can't just sit by and do nothing about it. He hurt her son, and she doesn't want to let him get away with it. So now she's back in the fight. The group of Goku, Chi-Chi, Piccolo, Tien, and Krillin all charge together while Raditz fights, swarming Vegeta like a group of bees. You know, because there's a size difference, and they're basically insects to him right now. Raditz was beginning to lose ground due to Vegeta being more experienced and a little bit stronger, but then Vegeta is caught off guard and he's punched in the eye by Goku, who jumped in to help his brother. He swings at Goku, but he can't hit him because of how small he is in comparison, and Raditz uses this opportunity to attack. With one small fighter and a large one, he can't defend against both at once. When he defends against Raditz, he's open for Goku to do whatever he can to attack a weak point on Vegeta with a powerful blast or punch. When he tries to focus on Goku, Raditz is able to hit him as well, and he can't even swing at Goku just because he's so small. All while this is happening, the other 4 Z fighters are behind Vegeta trying to grab onto his tail and cut it off. They eventually all grab on, and they try to hold it down for Krillin to cut it off, but Vegeta notices this and flicks his tail. By flicking it, he flings everyone away, so they know they can't just do that. They need to find a way to pin his tail down somehow, since what they're doing right now obviously isn't going to work again. While Goku and Raditz fight Vegeta, the group tries to think of a strategy in order to pin the tail down and cut it off. After some thinking, this ends up giving Chi-Chi an idea. While Goku and Raditz are fighting Vegeta, they see something going on behind him. Piccolo is now growing as well. He uses the Great Namekian form, which won't increase his power, but will massively increase his size and weight. Chi-Chi remembered he did this in the fight against Goku years ago, and told him to do so this time. While he doesn't do this to gain an increase in power, the size increase will actually allow him to hold down Vegeta's tail now regardless of his power. Vegeta obviously notices Piccolo growing, and turns around to attack him, but doing so means he gets sloppy, and this gives Raditz a perfect opportunity to knock Vegeta to the ground, by performing a quick sweep to his legs. This causes his legs to give out as he falls over to the ground. The Z fighters jump out of the way so they don't get crushed, and Raditz and Piccolo pin him down with Piccolo holding onto Vegeta's tail, trying to give Krillin a clear shot at it. This is their chance, and now that Vegeta's pinned down, Krillin has a clean shot to the tail. He runs back towards Vegeta, jumps up and charges a Destructo Disc. He lets it fly, and it slices Vegeta's tail clean off, as Piccolo yanks it up and flings it to the side. As Vegeta is shrinking, he lets out one last attack aimed at random, a mouth blast that ends up hitting Krillin. Goku shouts out for Krillin, but it's too late. The beam was more than enough to kill him, and he couldn't dodge it. Vegeta is now underneath Piccolo and Raditz, back down to normal size. While the group beat him, he did take Krillin down with him as well as one last dirty trick. While Vegeta's pinned down by Raditz and Piccolo, everyone else rushes over to Krillin to try and save him, but nothing can be done. Even revenge would be pointless at this point as Vegeta's already defeated, and it's not something Goku would normally do anyways. At the mercy of Raditz and Piccolo, who aren't as kind as Goku, Vegeta looks up at them and lets out a chuckle. Raditz realizes how foolish he was to ever side with Vegeta, someone who has no respect towards life, and no respect towards him. And now he killed the best friend of his brother, the same person who took him in and gave him a second chance, and did more for him than Vegeta did in his whole life. He looks to Piccolo, who knows what he wants to do, and Piccolo steps back. Raditz picks up Vegeta, staring through him. In his deep grade 8 voice, he says,
"Who's the weakling now?"
He prepares a mouth beam, and gives Vegeta the same fate as Krillin, completely disintegrating the prince. This catches the attention of the others, who are mourning Krillin, and it gives them mixed feelings. Chi-Chi, Piccolo, and Tien saw it as necessary that Vegeta would be taken care of. He did nearly kill everyone else, and he actually did manage to kill Krillin, not to mention he helped destroy a city and injured Yamcha and Gohan, and probably committed countless other atrocities. They couldn't just forgive him right away. Piccolo being Piccolo wouldn't have an issue with this, and Chi-Chi and Tien just see it as a rational choice given the things he's done. But Goku feels different. He's disappointed in Raditz for killing Vegeta, since he personally wouldn't do that, but he does understand why Raditz would do that, and that Raditz didn't mean anything bad by it. If anything, Raditz did it to try to help Goku. Vegeta treated Raditz awfully. By doing this, he would get some closure for himself and kinda avenging Krillin too. Goku's mainly disappointed because he just wished he had a say in it, since Raditz just went ahead and did it, and Piccolo obviously had no issue with letting it happen either. It's what Raditz personally thought was right. The real issue now is that Krillin is dead, and there's no way to bring him back since the Dragon Balls won't work on him. Trying to make up for killing Vegeta, Raditz has a suggestion for his brother. If the Dragon Balls come from the Namekians like Piccolo and Kami, then they might have a chance at finding more Dragon Balls if they go to a planet called Namek to see if they have their own, because they're Namekians as well. Potentially, This could bring Krillin back. Piccolo agrees with this idea, as it would be kinda nice for him to visit his home planet and learn about its culture, and since they can't revive Krillin with the normal Dragon Balls that they have. Chi-Chi agrees to this as well, and even offers to go to Namek with them in case they need some help. She could bring Gohan as well, since it'd be a nice opportunity for him to study alien life and work towards his goal of being a scholar. Maybe he'll make a groundbreaking discovery. They don't see any danger in it as of now. Seeing it as the only way, Goku thanks Raditz for this idea, and they decide that they should go. However, they need to prepare first, and this is where we'll leave off for now. What did you think about this part, and how do you think it'll affect future parts? How will Vegeta's death affect the rest of the scenario? Do you think Frieza will even find out about the Dragon Balls and go to Namek? Comment your suggestions below as we prepare for the next part, and as always, remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for notifications about future parts to this What If and other videos of mine in the future. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.